All right, guys, today I have a Toyota Highlander. This is the basic model, and it's got the 4-cylinder turbo. Okay, yeah, turbo right there. It's actually a pretty peppy engine. I'll be honest with you, I was pretty surprised at how peppy it was. This is the base model and no fancy anything, but I wanted to give you my impressions on it. And it's a little dirty here. The inside, I'll tell you what, pretty basic, standard stuff. And it does the job. It works. Like for those that don't want the fancier stuff, this does the job. I'll be honest with you. It drives well, it's compliant, it's peppy enough, and it seats a lot of people. So there's the third row right there. I've put people back here and it's worked out really well. So size wise, honestly, you can max out this with 8 people. So that's pretty impressive. I've had 3 generations of Toyota Highlanders, okay? And this one here is the LE, all-wheel drive Highlander, okay? Now this one over here is the XLE, and it's got the leather heated seats and whatnot, and the sunroof. So that's one thing I do like about that. Again, not a lot of storage space when the third row seat is up. I'm just going to give you my impressions. It drives good, okay? Now this is the V6, and I like the V6 better. I'll just be honest with you, okay? The V6 drives smoother. It's a little more powerful, and it's just nicer, okay? So it's a nicer ride. It is a nicer ride, just a little bit nicer. But having both types of engines, I can tell there's a difference between the V6 and the 4-cylinder turbo for sure. Headlights are fine. Everything looks good with that. Honestly, can you go wrong with a Toyota Highlander? And again, I like them both, but they've been trouble-free. I mean, obviously, they don't have a lot of miles on it. The gray one has about 15,000 miles. The white one has about 9,000 miles. So you're not going to get any problems with these this early on. So that's just wanted to let you guys know about that. What else do I like about this car? Storage space is really good when you fold down the third seat. It's definitely spacious and roomy in the back. Easy to use buttons. This one has power seats in the front. It's got buttons, which I like. It's not all touch screen and fancy with that. You got to get used to some of these technological things. Lane keep assist is average. Honestly, nothing special about it. It's got the charging ports down there. But, it's got sport mode. How cool is that? Plenty of room in the back. So that's kind of my take on this. Is it drives well. It's a good vehicle. The 4-cylinder's fine. They're easy to maintain. The V6s are also easy to maintain. I just don't know about access to the spark plugs, if they're going to be easy when that comes to. But yeah, I just wanted to show you both of these vehicles. Again, this one does not have the sunroof, so I'm really bummed about that. But hey, take what you can get. So what do you guys think of your Toyota Highlanders? This is the latest generation, and it is, let's see, when was it made? It tells you right here. Let's see, manufacture date. Does it have it? Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Indiana. Okay, so this was made on the year 2023, 11/2023. So it could potentially be a 2024 model. From the looks of it, though, it just seems pretty darn easy to access. Like this stuff pops off. You can just easily access the spark plugs to it. Spark plugs are right there. Okay, so that's one thing I like about this 4-cylinder engine, is that the spark plugs to access is super easy. Okay, V6s definitely more of a pain in the butt. I mean, no joke. Batteries easy to access as well. Airbox, it's easy to access, maintain. Gas mileage on these, it's not bad. It's decent. So that's a win-win. But yeah, let me know how yours is keeping up. Over and out. Don't forget the thumbs up, guys. All right, so here's the Highlander XLE. This one is like mid-size luxury. It's got the leather heated seats, which are nice. Not necessary, but it is nice. Sometimes makes it easier to clean. There's a mat on it to keep it safe. I've driven this. This is the V6. It runs really well, okay? At first, I wasn't a fan of it. I do like the hybrid as well, to be honest with you. But this is actually a pretty nice vehicle. And again, here's the base model, LE. Now, you look at the engine. I mean, the inside's beautiful. It's got everything. I like the sunroof. I do love the sunroof. It's got the heated seats. A little more options than the base model. Actually, a bit more options than the base model. Base model's good. The wheels are a little bit different. That's the style. That's the style on the base model. Let's look in here real quick. Okay. Come on. So this is the V6. Get this. Still got the traditional kickstand. Now, the only problem with the V6 that I don't like is accessing the spark plugs. So unless they made that easier, it's just a pain in the butt to get to. But the V6 engine itself is ridiculously reliable, okay? I think you just have to take all this stuff off, and you just got to reach way back there to get access to the 3 spark plugs in the back. Airbox is here. It's fine. It's accessible. Batteries here. It's accessible. Same as the 4-cylinder. And when you look at the two, the 4-cylinder honestly is easier to maintain. Okay, I'm just gonna say from a maintenance standpoint, V6 is funner to drive, more powerful. But the 4-cylinder turbo is peppy enough to get the job done. So no issues with getting up to speed with that. But the V6 is just kind of naturally aspirated, and I really like that. So that's one thing I like about this vehicle, okay? If I had to pick one or the other personally, I kind of like the hybrids, okay? So I'd probably get a 4-cylinder hybrid. But I like the V6. That would be my second choice just because of the power, and it's naturally aspirated. Just this basic 4-cylinder model, it's not bad. It's the turbo though, and honestly, time will tell if the turbos are reliable enough. I just don't know how reliable turbos are, okay? The back seat in here is plenty big. There's lots of room, okay? So no issues with that, lots of room. Again, it's got the 3-seater on that. So the way they drive, it does drive different. Like I said, the V6 is a little bit smoother to drive, more power as well for passing, but the 4-cylinder turbo does make up for that. So you do get better gas mileage as well with the 4-cylinder. So those are some advantages that I like. But yeah, I mean, tell me what you think. What kind of Highlander do you guys have? I've got both of them here today, and they're both amazing, great vehicles. Solid, large, roomy, and feel really good at high speeds, you know, going down the California highways, or any highway for that matter. 70 miles per hour, no problem. 80 still feels really comfortable. But I like them both. I've had I've had the 1st generation Toyota Highlanders. Those were awesome, wonderful tanks. I even had the 3rd generation Toyota Highlanders as well, and I really liked that as well. 3rd generation, I didn't have it as long, but the 3rd generations were good. They're just all tanks in the snow. I'll be honest with you. When I drove all of them in the snow, they're just ridiculously awesome in the snow. So 1st gen, I didn't have a 2nd gen, but I did have a 3rd gen, and there's this one over here. So over and out.